As you can see, Tinubu bars Asari Dokubo from coming into the Aso Rock. First of all, a minute silence to my uncle in the Niger Delta region in the name of Chief Asari Dokubo. "70-year-old man, then Tiagasi. You see, this is what you get when you are greedy, when selfishness comes into you. You know, it's so funny how Asari Dokubo started as a freedom fighter. I can remember the song. Even Timaya said, "If to say I be freedom fighter, for become Asari Dokubo, if to say Timaya go to regret why I put his name inside that thing." A freedom fighter coming to Abuja, stopping the people protesting that the government should increase minimum wage because of the hardship of the country. What were you expecting? What were you expecting? The cry of the people are now fighting against you. They don't dump you. Tinubu have dumped you. They don't dump you. You go there where you did. As you be like po for Kung Fu Panda. Just embarrass yourself. You carry yourself, come Abuja, you big man like you. That's where we they respect. Imagine when I was growing up, I was hearing Asari Dokubo. I was looking up to him and Tompolo. Like, okay, these are the strong men that came up, they fought. The government heard their cry. The government decided to do something. See what you do yourself now, because small change. You have compromised your personality. It's so sad. You are my uncle from the Niger Delta region. But you have embarrassed the whole Niger Delta with this new character you adopted because of small change that is about to come out of Tinubu regime. See, the other day you talk about Igbos. The other day just they look for ways to cause problem for country. And this is what will happen to all the people that are trying to cause problem in Nigeria. God will start to shock them. Every agreement that they have had before, it will spoil. It will spoil.
Asari Dokubo, who is always claiming Jagaban's right-hand man, has finally been evicted from Aso Rock. Hello, wonderful Gist Estate people. How una dey? Well, I want you guys to know that Tinubu always know what is happening on social media. Yeah, maybe his special advisor on media used to inform him of the happenings. Do you remember Jagaban's army? Of course you do. You've been hearing about it. That so-called Jagaban's army is headed by Asari Dokubo. Now you may be wondering why Tinubu stopped Asari Dokubo from coming to Aso Rock. Well, like I said, Tinubu knows what is happening on social media. According to what they said, the reason they said that because of what people are saying about Asari Dokubo, his negative activities. So because of that, they said, "Oh yeah, make they come Aso Rock again." He ordered Dokubo not to ever step his legs in Aso Rock because of what people have been saying about it. And another reason, I think, because he talks too much. You see him, he speaks daring words. He speaks, and you remember when he said the Nigerian army are responsible for the oil theft in the Niger Delta. As a matter of fact, he meant the army are corrupt. So I think telling him to back up from Aso Rock is to avoid putting Tinubu in big trouble. Already, this guy don't get trouble already. The presidential election petition tribunal is ongoing, and Tinubu, he is currently experiencing insomnia, sleeplessness. So that is it. This order, the order that Tinubu gave, is also an evidence or signal to everyone to let you know that APC camp is feeling the heat. They are feeling the judgment already, even though the date has not yet been fixed. So, it's just like this scenario is just like a football match where you cannot conclude if there will be a goal or not, or if there will be a penalty or not. So this time, I think there's going to be a penalty, and Peter will be the one going to play that penalty. But guys, don't get deceived about this restriction. That doesn't mean they do not communicate behind us, because Asari Dokubo is Tinubu's right-hand man, and Tinubu have so much invested in Asari Dokubo to the extent of having his own army named Jagaban's army. And of course, like I said before, Asari Dokubo is the head of the army. Army will be say is not recognized by the country, or is not even included in our security arm. All right, now make we watch what they happen. All eyes on the judiciary. Yes, so even though they have pulled down our billboard, they cannot pull down our oneness. All right, guys. So this is where I'm going to end the gist. Please like this video and follow Gist Estate as I leave you for the rest of this video.
Being that this is the maiden edition, I think it's something that we should look up to. For me, I think it's important that we look beyond just saying it, practicing it, to also doing it. Most instances, if you notice what the contemporary security challenges we're facing, most of the colleges from Depo, training institutions from NDA will still conduct conventional kind of training while we're fighting asymmetric kind of training. So there's always an issue to that. So I think it's good that we do this here, and then when we go out to the field, we ensure that we implement the same. I've just been from the theater sometime in January, and I observed that we always have that divide, and it confuses the troops. They don't know whether they are applying asymmetric warfare or they are doing conventional. So I think it's important that we have exercises like this, and at the end, we'll be able to also implement out in the field. I'm particularly elated and consider this joint exercise extremely relevant to the armed forces of Nigeria, particularly at this time when our country is grappling with various forms of security challenges. As we are all aware of, the provisions of security remains a cardinal pillar of the administration of President Bola, Ahmed, Tinubu. I must state that the federal government has spent a substantial amount of resources in improving the capacities and capabilities of our armed forces to tackle these emerging security challenges. The armed forces of Nigeria also accord high priority to joint training efforts aimed at improving our competencies and operational efficiency in the conduct of military operations for enhanced national security. This is in line with my leadership concept, which is to nurture a professional armed forces of Nigeria that is people-centric. Professional means we do things right, we are proactive, we are not just sitting ducks and waiting for the enemy to come. We anticipate ahead, we have foresight. That is people-centric. From my experience, a lot of times we tend to forget that whatever it is we're doing, we are safeguarding and securing the people. And if the people are not happy with what we are doing, then we are losing it. And we must learn that whatever it is we are doing, the people must come first. They must give us the adequate support, because without their support, especially in asymmetric warfare, we will be running in cycles. Collaborative, just like we're doing, I can see other paramilitary and other services that are here, which is very, very important. And capable of meeting its constitutional responsibility, which basically is what we are meant for. Territorial integrity, and then internally if required. Now, internal is we're providing support to the Nigerian police and other security agencies, which must be enhanced. And that is very critical to what we're doing for us to enable us achieve our success in a joint environment. Critical. Because now no unit, no parastatal, no individual organization can do it alone. We have seen it happen over and over. Even if this rescue of non-combatant individuals, we need the collaboration of everybody in a joint environment. The imperative for jointness is a denominator common to my leadership concept and common philosophies of the service chiefs. It is pertinent to state that the Armed Forces of Nigeria is continuously advancing new training strategies aimed at building and strengthening resilience on the conduct of joint operations among the services. Recently, the training curriculum of the services war colleges were harmonized to provide the right training package for operational level commanders to gain requisite proficiencies in the conduct of joint military operations. In line with this, the Defense Headquarters approved the conduct of this joint training exercise to create opportunities for participants across the armed forces and sister agencies to synchronize efforts between the military, strategic, and operational levels of command. It is my belief that this training exercise will add in no small measure to better a lot of the participants in conduct of joint military operations at the grand strategic, military, strategic, and operational levels. This is even more expedient as the environment in which the armed forces of Nigeria, sister security agencies, and other nations conduct operations is becoming increasingly complex and uncertain. Just recently, we still have the Niger crisis that is brewing, and we are running up to see how we can handle that without shedding any bloodshed, without any bloodshed. Thus, to be effective and efficient, we must train together at every given opportunity under conditions that are as realistic as possible. Realism in training is very important. Allow participants to make mistakes. If they make mistakes and they are corrected, they learn better. But if you turn mistakes to punitive measures, nobody will want to do. Everybody will want to just remain. And at the end, you find out that you are building zombies, not individuals that are professionals. Let me clearly state that the Defense Headquarters views exercise trainers as a laudable step in the right direction, and I will support the college leadership at ensuring the exercise achieve its desired objectives. So congratulations, the Commandant and staff. I congratulate the leadership of the college for keying into the directive of the Defense Headquarters to organize this joint training exercise. I urge you to see this as a good initiative and a charge. I charge you not to relent in your efforts at exploring germane concepts that will continuously improve training curriculum in the armed forces to the participants. It is important that we are innovative. Please let us not just be dogmatic. We must be considering the changing nature of the security challenges and the requirements as we move forward. I'm optimistic that exercise Stõrms will further enable you to understand the capabilities and capacities of sister services, security agencies, MDAs, and friendly nations in the joint operations, as well as to promote brotherhood and camaraderie.